Humility. I think it's really important to have humility, because without humility, you have no vision, you have no understanding of life, and you have no compassion for your characters. Then if you're arrogant, then every character will suffer under bear the burden of your arrogance. Unless you have humility, you don't have the power of observation. You look at it from a very egoistic point of view. Everybody has two egos. They have a personal ego and a creative ego. And you have to have a creative ego to make a film or any other work of art. It's very tough. Sometimes your personal ego comes in, and that actually is destructive. A creative ego is constructive. So I would say humility is a really, really fundamental idea to all art. I've not made enough films. I think that often when I've had an opportunity of making something, I've bypassed it because I've been careless about it. And probably if I look, it's not a failure, it's a regret. I've spent a long time just having adventures with life, and maybe I should have made a few more films. I think that the way is to get everybody to believe in your vision. If you're fighting a battle, you take soldiers out and you take a whole crew out, or you take soldiers out to go to battle, if they don't believe in what they're fighting for, then they're not, then they're just doing it for the money. Because when you make a film, you're asking people to deliver more than just their labor. I'm actually neither a sulker or a screamer. I'm very quiet. Because when I'm quiet, then everybody calms down. So my job also becomes to keep all the turmoil, because creativity there's so much turmoil, because without the turmoil, the answers to what you should do won't come. So if you shout, you're letting go of your turmoil. If you sulk, you're just being a baby. You just be very quiet and still. So I tend to be very quiet and still on the sets. And so other people then calm down and they become quiet and still. Well, again, if the actor believes in the director's vision and believes that the actor is telling him the truth. And with me, the best performances have come when there is love. The actor believes that the director loves the actor and cares about the actor. Then the trust is born, and then the performance is good. I've always done that. I pushed myself beyond what you thought you were capable of. So we all have to push ourselves beyond the limit and go over the edge in order to tell a great story. Well, I'm willing to do that. Most of my actors have been constantly willing to do that. And it's not just a physical edge. That's easier, actually, to push yourself to physicality, to get into really cold. It's the emotional edge, mostly for actors. And that emotional edge normally means how much are you willing to reveal of yourself to camera? Not physically, but emotionally. How many layers of yourself are you willing to expose in front of the camera? Are you willing to become emotionally naked in front of the camera? That's a much more difficult thing to do than to shoot in sub-zero temperatures. That's where my failure comes, because I've settled on a film and I'll refuse to budge. Lots of opportunities are offered to you that you should explore. I'm guilty of not exploring those other opportunities that keep going by because I pick on one thing and I said, that's all I'm going to do. I should have explored more, because every film that's offered is an opportunity. You never know where it could go. But I don't. No, you never come at your first screening. In fact, I try not to be in my first screenings. But I remember the first screening, a test screening of Elizabeth. I didn't understand what a test screening was, and now understood. So as soon as my films, I said I'll stand at the back. And as soon as the film started, I went off. It was a multiplex. I went to another movie theater, watched another adventure film, a science fiction film, and came back. And as Elizabeth was just getting over, the applause was coming, I arrived. I pray for honesty and humility, and that I can know myself and that I can be completely honest with what I'm doing. Yeah, that's really important, is to know and to be honest with your art.
If you like this video, subscribe to Film Companion. We will bring you all that's new and exciting in the movies.